Yo, Dennis here back with another movie review. Y'all already know what the lick read. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and hit that notification button. It's greatly appreciated. But first,
hey, you, right there. Y'all see it. Watch this video to the end, boy.
Alright, so tonight's episode, y'all already know what time it is. I told y'all when this movie came out, I was going to hit y'all with the movie review. What movie am I talking about? You guessed it. Bob Marley, One Love, the Bob Marley biopic. Thought it was groundbreaking. I know I did, and I couldn't wait for this movie to come out. It premiered all over the U.S. on Valentine's Day. As we all know, and as for those of you that don't know, this movie was premiered in January, originally January 23rd at the Carib 5 Theater in Kingston, Jamaica, when this movie was seen first. It was only right to premiere this movie in Jamaica. As y'all know, if y'all been looking at all the reviews y'all been seeing on YouTube, and all the tastemakers out there is going in and chiming in and putting their 2 cents in. So I did not go see this movie right away on Valentine's Day. I wanted to get everybody's take on the movie a day after. I got a lot of mixed reviews, just like everybody else stated. I even had a few of my Jamaican people was a little bit upset about the portrayal of Bob Marley. I came in with an open mind before watching this movie, and I wasn't expecting too much, but I wanted to see if they would nail it. Now, obviously, this movie ran about 104 minutes long, so it's impossible to get Bob Marley's entire biopic in 104 minutes. I mean, obviously, we've seen The Rays, we've seen a lot of biopics, and all these movies were 2 hours plus or whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever you like is fine with me. Just pick a biopic. You know, they try to get as much in depth as possible, but with Bob Marley, we was expecting no substitute. Now, in my humble opinion, without giving the storyline, I mean, we obviously know the Bob Marley story for those of us that are fans. I would not regurgitate a lot of things that's been said. You mean, you can obviously see it for yourself. I encourage everybody to go see this movie, by the way. So I'm not going to long talk it and wait till all the way to the end for you to get my rating. So I'm going to give it to you right now, and I'm going to tell you why. I give it a strong 3.5 out of 5. You know what I mean? I was thinking about giving it a 4, but based off storyline and based off how the format that they went with, I decided a 3.5 was more than fair. Would I go watch it again? Absolutely, because I mean, it wasn't like it was a bad movie, but it was more so like a chronicalized biopic. Like, for example, what I mean by that, forgive me if I'm using the wrong term, and if you say I am and you want to call me on it, fine with me. Whoopity-doo. Who gives a damn? But anyway, if you ever seen Get On Up, the James Brown biopic, which was a pretty good one, I must say. You know what I mean? Some would say, you know, it should have been redone. I definitely would say the same thing because of the way it was shot, because, you know, it's impossible to get every single thing in a biopic, but you want to kind of get the meat and potatoes of it, if you will. So some of them was well shot, others not. You know, now with this, I went in with an open mind. I mean, obviously, we got Kingsley Ben-Adir does not look like Bob Marley, which I stated in the previous episode of This Is Not a Podcast, I believe, or was it just a movie review? But either way, I'm gonna leave the link in the description somewhere around here, somewhere, whatever, and y'all can get to that if y'all want to. I encourage you to watch it. But anyway, just getting into it. I will say I enjoyed the music. I enjoyed, they got the music part down packed. And, you know, just for the sake of everything, I guess you could say he did a pretty good job for what it was worth, you know what I mean? So a lot of people, like I said, was wearing it on their sleeve, and then there's others like, well, you know, it wasn't that bad, you know what I mean? So it's not like they did a crappy job, like, let's say, like the Whitney biopic was trash, I ain't gonna lie. That's why I didn't even bother doing a review on it. It was just trash. I couldn't even watch the whole movie, to be honest with you, but that's another story for another time, which I probably won't mention. Y'all seen it. They need to reshoot that over again. You know, Whitney need a redo. That's all I'm saying. But anywho, feel how you want to feel about the Bob Marley biopic. If you can get past the non-resemblance of the actor and Bob Marley, there's no type of connection there. But just keep in mind that Rita Marley and Stephen Marley, his son, is actually producers behind the whole thing. Now, was it political? Who knows? I don't know. But $70 million to make this movie, and right now they over 80. Right now it's only been out 1 week, and they already at 83.4 million and counting right now. It's only been 1 week, so the movie is doing really, really well in the box office so far. So I say it's a success so far. So, you know, some people might have felt the way about it. You know, it's others that gave it pretty positive reviews for the most, but mostly mixed in a lot of other places places that rate this movie. But for me, yeah, 3 out of 3.5. I'm not gonna do a scale of 1 to 10. You know, like IMDb was kind of harsh. They gave it like a 6 out of 10, I think. And then others, like, you know, like some people really didn't enjoy it because they were expecting more, and that's what a lot of people was hanging on to. And yeah, I expected more myself, of course, but once I looked at the trailers and how the story was being put out there, I read the synopsis and everything before going into this movie, so I really wasn't expecting much. I knew they wasn't gonna they couldn't possibly do this no justice. 104 minutes could not do no justice. You probably would have to go the mini-series route, I would say, because some movies is just not meant to be biopics as far as like to the silver screen, if you will. Yes, it deserves a silver screen type movie, but if you don't put it together, like let's say like Ray was kind of well put together, you know what I mean? They kept it, you know, they did the flashbacks how they supposed to do it, and they got to the climatic part very quickly. So for the most, I would have liked to seen a little bit more of maybe when he was younger and kind of just developing the story properly, like from beginning to the end. So like, let's say if the story necessarily don't have to take place when he's a little bitty kid, but I'm just saying like you can start, you know, let's say 60s, you go from the 60s, you know, start from the roots and speak up to the, you know, the formalities of the whalers and everything like that, like we know the story. And I just think they could have spent a little more time on that. But for the most, I mean, it was a pretty good movie, I would say. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody would try to attempt to do another remake. For example, I'm going in with an open mind coming next year. Spoiler alert, if y'all don't know already, we've been seeing it like all throughout social media. You know, they finally doing a Michael Jackson biopic, so we're gonna keep our fingers crossed for that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and hit that notification button. As always, keep God first, stay sucker free, and by all means get to the money. Peace and love, stay healthy, and I'm out this joint.